perceived, subjective, received perception of value. So, I was taking a walk today. It was a beautiful day out here on the eastern coast of Vancouver Island. But surprisingly, this place is not very expensive. This place is not very fancy. It's called Nanaimo. It's a fraction of the cost of Tofino, and yet it was wonderful, and I had a great experience here prior. But we went to Tofino. My wife was asking why I went to Tofino. Well, there's multiple reasons. One is my friend highly recommended it. They came here for their honeymoon. They love it. They're Canadian. It was a good use of my Best Western Free Night Awards. I mean, it was basically one of the most expensive Best Western hotels, period. I think probably the most expensive might be Key West because their rates going crazy, like almost 1,000. But this one was close, like 500 US, 700 Canadian. But why do I want to do something other people like? I mean, it's common for us to ask people for their opinions, but they're not us. How do we say this is what I like? Do we base it on what is expensive? Because presumably that's what is good, what everybody wants. There's a high demand for it. My friend recently told me that she learned that she didn't like crab. She started listing off other things. It's because everybody else loved it that she ate it too. And it isn't until in her fourth day in life that she realized, wait a minute, why am I gorging myself on this stuff I don't like? Just because everybody else is? But how do we judge what we like? Because it is influenced by what other people like. When you see somebody eating something that looks delicious, we want it more. And there is so much to food that is mental, right? If something looks ugly, a lot of times we don't give it a try even, or we think it tastes bad. Presentation matters. Presentation starts with what other people tell you about this restaurant, whether they hype it up or not. It takes a lot of willpower to say, I like this place even though nobody's there. I know it's good. I mean, I've done that before. My friend's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I've been here before. It's good. Trust me. Who cares if nobody's here? It doesn't matter. I know it. But I think that's a problem when we don't know, when we're not certain. Do you really like something? It's very easy to be influenced by others to say they don't like something unless we don't like it, even though we may secretly like it. But it's much harder to say I don't like it when everybody seems to love it. When you go to the fanciest Cineworld and the tallest building in the world and have a great luxurious meal, is it great? My friend said no, he went out to the finest place in Dubai and it wasn't great. Is it because his mom was with him and kept complaining about how expensive things were? Or was it just because the food wasn't actually that good? How can you tell? But I think regardless, it's interesting to think about likes and dislikes, perceptions, value. Even my dad, who's very stingy, frugal if you will, thinks about value. He's like, oh, if it's $1 more, you need it, I'd probably get it. But value. What is a good value? How do you determine that? What is it when you need it? Because people say, I need a Mercedes. Do they need it? What does that mean? I don't know. It's just something I popped into my mind when taking a walk in this wonderful weather here in Nanaimo. Because one thing I realized that people don't think about when they're traveling, and people don't have options, I give you that, because they have time constraints, they have to go back to work. But what is it about the place versus about the weather? Because you can't choose the weather. It's one of those things where predicting far out may be slightly easy, as in, it's going to rain sometime. Okay. The next year, sure, yeah, I'll give you that. But can you say it's going to rain today? 1 hour later, 5 hours later? I mean, on Vancouver Island, it's an island, very big island, but there's a lot of rain. And it just happens and stops and happens and stops. You can't really prepare for it because you don't know when it's going to happen. It may happen, it may not. How can a weather report even predict that it's going to rain in this area and not in this area? Regardless, it was raining in Tofino most of the time we're there. It's rain let up sometimes. But here in Nanaimo, the weather's beautiful. And that's the thing I realized about flexibility and booking last minute. You can sort of make changes based on the weather and try to get yourself better weather. Because as a weather forecast nears, usually it's more accurate. A few weeks out, probably not very good. A week out, better. A few days out, even better. So try to catch the good weather in the summer, especially in the north, which is gorgeous. It's hard, but doable if you're flexible. And is that worth something more than the quality of the hotel or the place?